Let me give you another example of sort of storytelling and the serendipity of just how well this intersected. As you know, we highlighted 2 Professional of the Year awards yesterday. The award we're highlighting this morning is Community Partner of the Year. And we would have never envisioned at the time when the applications came in and this awardee was selected that it would coincide with the plenary theme of the power of storytelling, because what they do is in essence that. And so I want to highlight their work. I will say this: I spoke in Kentucky. They hail from Kentucky, this awardee, and I spoke in Kentucky. I gave a keynote there this fall, and this committee then was full of students, was on a panel right after me, and I was just not only moved by what they did, the level of substance and maturity in which they communicated the substance of the Gear Up work in general was just amazing. And I was speaking to the person I'm about to introduce who accepted the award, and I said, she was telling me about their work this morning, and I said, she's a junior in high school, and I said, I was nothing like you in high school. And she said, oh, I think you're not giving yourself enough credit. And I said, no, I was really immature. And the poise in which the group communicates what they've done and how they've gotten this body of knowledge is just amazing to me. And so let me just tell you a little bit about them. This morning's awardee is the Prichard Committee Student Voice Team in Kentucky. And they have mobilized the voice of middle school and high schoolers throughout the state to communicate what the pathway looks like around college access, both the barriers, and they put out a seminal report that has not only affected Kentucky, but has sort of spread nationally. And it's called Uncovering the Tripwires to Post-Secondary Education. And I will tell you this: there is nothing more impactful than the student voice talking about their journey, for students, by students. And this group has not only partnered substantively with Gear Up throughout the state, their just impact as a community mobilizer has been extensive. And so today I want to welcome from the Student Voice team their Executive Director of Communications, Sahar Mohammadzadeh.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Ranjit, for the flawless introduction. Your leadership in this program is duly noted and highly valued. With that being said, hello, my name is Sahar Mohammadzadeh, and as Ranjit mentioned, I am the Executive Director of Communications for the Prichard Committee Student Voice Team. We are a group of self-selected, about 100 students working in the state of Kentucky to amplify and elevate the voices of our youth when it comes to education policy making and making decisions for our educational system. With that being said, we'd like to extend our greatest gratitude to the following people who've helped us along our journey. Kim Millard from the Kentucky Gear Up program, along with Bruce Brooks and Dr. Thompson. Other Student Voice Team helping members, the KYC3 Coalition with their unhindered support, and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association. This step and this recognition is only the beginning of what has evolved into a national movement. Student integration and school accountability, policy, and governance is in high demand, and for good reason. Students are the most important stakeholders in the educational system, but yet we are tragically ignored from the decision-making process, and even more so when we consider the students served by the people in this program. Students seen lobbying in the Capitol should be a regularity, not a sporadic school trip. It should seem odd that a school board lacks a student voting member, and puzzling to not have a student on a school accountability system. To the dismay of our team and our Gear Up partners and countless other students that are demanding a voice nationwide, this is not the case. Even though student voices provide unique insight to how legislation plays out in the classroom, we are the ones that spend 35 hours a week in the classroom, and we reap the consequences of well-intended education policy. Students, especially our Gear Up students, are an untapped resource. use us. The Student Voice Team's partnership with Gear Up is far from the finish line. This year, we will continue our By Students and For Students campaign and outreach to promote FAFSA completion across the state and nation, while also expanding our post-secondary transition research into a new audit report, Tripwires 2. I challenge you to join this movement and to amplify and integrate your student voices in your classrooms within your states. The meaningful work that you do can be greater amplified by teaming together with your students. We will all have one common goal: to truly have equitable and accessible education for every student. Our endeavors, our goals, and our determination leads to one common destination point. It would be unwise and inefficient of us to ignore students when we want the same result. When you go back to your home states, please speak to your students. Talk to them. Ask them what they wish to see in their classroom, in their policies, and in their legislation. And hopefully we can reach our goal of having equal and accessible education to all. Thank you.
Rising high school junior. Someone up front just said, "Can we run her for president?" Did I say that I was nothing like her in high school? Nothing. And, I want to give everybody in the room credit for Sahar and all the Sahars out there, but there's two people that probably should get it, that I'm going to pick their brain after this. You saw a picture of my two little boys yesterday. They're 6 and 8. But her parents are here. They must be doing something right. So can we give them a hand?